Thank you, Sajivani, for inviting me to this session. I hope you can hear me. You all hear me?
Yes, Asankar.
Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, first I'll share my Excel workbook with you. Then I think you can easily understand how the content going on. Okay, I think you can see me and as well as the Excel workbook.
Yes, Asankar.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, first I prefer to start with the Excel shortcuts. Okay, because when I checked that our feedback form, I saw that most of the students they request they prepare to learn some Excel shortcut. Actually, this is very easy to learn Excel shortcuts because nowadays when you Google and when you type it as an Excel shortcut, you can get the thousands of shortcuts. Okay, you can easily find out. But the thing is, after get these shortcuts, are you going to practice these things? Are you going to use these shortcuts? That's the important one. Okay. So here I just put some important shortcuts. Actually, I thought this will be useful for you. That's why I list as important shortcuts. Okay, because most of you are most of you are doing this task. Actually, you can uh, use these shortcuts to do the day-to-day work, because sometimes when you type something in the Excel sheet, that text you want to bold, italic, underline, and you need to insert new row, new column. You want to navigate between your worksheets like that things. Okay, so I'm going to quickly explain these shortcuts and how it's work. Okay, first I'm going to explain the control one. Actually, that shortcut is control one. It's allow you to open the uh, format cell dialog box. Actually, you know what is format cells. That means when I select like this set of cells, I want to format these cells. Okay, I want to format these cells for the number or currency or accountants, whatever the data type, you can format these cells when you open the format cell dialog box. Okay, normally most of the people they familiar to use a home tab, and then here select the formatting. When you click here also, you can get the format cell dialog box, but it takes time. But you can easily take the format cell dialog box. You can select relevant cells. For example, I want to apply the data types currency for this set of cells, but at the moment there's no any. This is general data type. You can see when I type the number, it's appear like that. Okay, that means this is general data type. But I want to apply currency data type correct quickly for this one. So as I explained here, I want to open format cell dialog box. For that, I press Control 1, Control and number 1. Okay, when I press Control number 1, you can see it quickly open this format cell dialog box. Then if I want to apply the currency, I can pick the currency symbol from this list. I prefer dollar. Then I can select the any negative number representation and click on OK. Okay, here you can see when I type anything, it's happy with the dollar symbol because it's formatted for currency. Okay, that's a format cell dialog box. But again, you think, do you want to use currency for this one? Okay, you can apply dollar symbol without going to the format cell dialog box. When you see this one here, you can see currency format. Without going to the format cell dialog box, you can directly apply this currency data type for your data. Okay, here as example, I type the same value here. Okay, you can see the same values are here. Now I am not going to open the format cell dialog box. I want to apply currency dollar symbol for these cells or this value. This one I want to show as a currency values. Okay, so for that we want to apply the data type currency. Now I'm not going to open format cell dialog box. What I am going to do is I just select these cells. Then I'm going to use this shortcut. What is that? Control Shift dollar. Okay, when I type Control Shift dollar symbol, it quickly apply the your computer default currency symbol. Okay, now this one converted to currency format. Okay, okay, I press undo. Okay, Control is at undo. You can see now I'm not going to use a format cell dialog box. I just select cells, then press Control Shift dollar symbol. Yeah, you can quickly apply data type currency. Similar to that, I press Ctrl Z again, undo. You can apply percentage format. You can use Ctrl Shift percentage symbol. Control Shift percentage. You can quickly apply the percentage. Okay. Again, I press undo. Now to apply, now this is not a date, proper date. Okay, if you type the proper date, you can apply the date format. For example, here say we have a today date. I just type the today date. Today is February 25th, 2021. Okay, here another important thing is when you are typing date value to your Excel sheet, you should know what is your date format. Because I know my computer date format is month, date, year. That means this computer need to enter month first, then date, then year. Because this my computer Excel sheet need a MMDDYY format. You can check your computer date format. Based on that, you can insert the date value to your computer. Okay, when you enter in date value, you should keep in your mind this one. Use separators, / or you can use hyphen for this task. Okay, you can use / or a hyphen. Don't use dot or comma when you are entering date value to your Excel sheet. Okay, now here I follow the format MMDDYY. I use a / as a separate. Okay, now I want to apply date format. Okay, what's the date format? I can press Control Shift, then need to press hash symbol. Your computer, you can see hash symbol. Then it's apply date format. It's a short date format. 15-Feb 21. I didn't type it. Okay, you can see again. I control Z undo. I just type the month, date, year. For example, another one I type here. Say March number 3, 15, 2021. This is another date. Okay, for this both date, I want to apply the short date format. For that, I select these dates and press Control Shift hash. You can see the hash symbol with the number 3. Okay, hash symbol. You can see it's convert to date format, correct date format. Okay, like that you can use a time format also. I'm not going to explain one by one, but you can see this one. Okay, you can use time format shortcut keys, Control Shift at symbol. Okay, can use Control Shift at symbol for that. For number format, you can, if I want to convert this currency as a number, I can use Control Shift explanation symbol, explanation mark. It's number 1, above the number 1, with the number 1 you can see the explanation mark, explanation symbol. Okay, you can use that Control Shift explanation for convert to number. Okay, these are very useful shortcut because while we are working with the Excel sheet, the data types are very important. So please try to practice this one daily. You need to practice, then only you will use that shortcuts and you will remember the shortcuts. Otherwise you just go to the whatever the list of shortcut, but if you are not using these shortcuts, you will not practice to use this one. If you want to use the shortcut, you have to practice, you have to use that shortcut keys. Okay, I'm not going to explain this one also. Control B, Control I, this one. Okay, okay, so another important one, while you are working with Excel worksheet, you need to select column, row. That's very important. Okay, now see, now here I'm using a arrow keys. Okay, now say I want to select this column B. I want to select column B without using mouse. Okay, I'm not going to use a mouse to select column B. I'm going to use a shortcut key. Okay, so if I want to select the column B, my cursor, my cell pointer should be on the column B. Any column B cell, that means B1 or B20 or whatever the row number, it's not a problem, but it should be on the column B. Okay, now my column, my cell pointer, you can see the cell pointer appear on B11. I have selected the B11 cell. Okay, now if your cell pointer in any cell on the column B, you can simply select column B, entire column. I'm talking the entire column B. I want to see the column B. You can use a shortcut key. What is the shortcut key? Here you can see the shortcut key. Control is space bar. Okay, now I press the Control key and space bar. Okay, I select the entire column B. Okay, here I select the entire column B by pressing Control space bar. Okay, now I want to cancel it. I just press the arrow key, then I jump to the column C. If I want to see the column D, what I want to do, I just want to move the column D. My cell point appear in the column D, then press Control space bar. I select the entire column. Okay, like that you can select the row. For example, I want to select row number 10. here I have to jump to the row number 10. My cell point, you can see it's appearing in the row number 10. Then when I press shift space bar, shift key and space bar, I select the entire row number 10. I can set the entire row number 10 by pressing shift space bar, okay. Okay, here these are very useful. Please use this while you are using Excel. Please use this too to select column and rows. Then you will easily use this shortcut keys and you can save your time. Actually, that's why we are using the shortcut keys now, to save the time. Okay, so you can use these two and easily practice these things. Okay, space bar, control space bar for select row, shift space bar for select row. But anyway, your cell pointer should be in any column or row before select the entire column or row. Okay, then I prefer to come to this place. This one, insert column. It's another important one, because normally when you are working with Excel sheet, we need to insert columns, we need to insert rows. Again, we can use short keys for that. Okay, before insert column or row, you need to select a column or row. Okay, for example, here I select column B. Okay, I want to select column B. How do I select column B? I select any cell on the column B, then press Control space bar. Then I want to insert a new column. If I want to insert a new column, first select the column. Here you can see my column has selected, that column B has selected. Then use Control equal sign. Control Shift equal, Control Shift equal sign. Here I insert a new column, Control Shift equal sign. Okay. Then if I want to delete this newly added column, I can use Control minus. I can delete the column. Okay. See, first I select the column. You can see like this. Again, I just move my cell pointer to column B. Any place of the column B, you can move to any place of the column B, any cell on the column B, then Control Shift equal sign. Sorry. First you have to select the column. How we select the column? Control space bar. After that, Control Shift equal sign. Yeah, I inserted the new column. If I want to delete this one, Control minus. I can delete. Okay. Similar to that, I want to select I want to insert a new row. To insert new row, you can do. Say for example, I want to insert a new row between row number 15 and 16. I want to insert a new row between 15 and 16. So I want to select any cell on the column 16. So I just move my cell pointer to column C and row number 16. Now selected cell reference is C16. Okay, now I want to select the entire row. To select entire row, you can use a keyboard shortcut, Shift space. Okay, Shift space. You can see the row number 16 has selected. Then how I insert a new row? I can press Control Shift equal sign. Control Shift equal sign. Here I insert a new row. If I want to delete this one, I can use Control minus. Okay. Okay. These are very useful and important shortcuts. Please get like these shortcuts and practice, daily practice. Then you will eventually use this shortcut for your daily works. Okay. The next one, conditional formatting. Okay. Now I already prepared the data and set the condition value and everything, because I want to save the time and give the important things to you quickly to grab these things. Okay. So here you can see some data in my Excel sheet. Okay. This Excel sheet, you can see the data. Now, actually, what is conditional formatting? Where's this conditional formatting? Okay, actually this under the home tab. When you click on the home tab, under that you can see styles group. Under the styles group, you can see conditional formatting. Conditional formatting. Sometimes most of you are using this conditional formatting. Some of you are not using this conditional formatting. Okay, don't worry. I'll explain what is this. Okay, actually conditional formatting uh, is very important to represent your data graphically, visually. Okay, for example, now if I want to see the what are the sales price or what are the sales amount greater than to 10,000, I can quickly highlight that values only. Actually, conditional formatting, you can see formatting. Formatting means we change the appearance of the cell. What conditional formatting means? We can change the appearance of the cell based on a condition. That's the idea. Okay, conditional formatting. That means we can change the appearance of the cell considering a criteria or condition. Okay, I'll explain like this. When you look at the conditional formatting, we can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 ways to change the or to apply the conditional formatting. Okay, I'm not going to explain the all conditional formatting. I'm just giving the idea how to apply the conditional formatting. Okay, first thing, see, we want to, okay, how we practically use this conditional formatting. Okay, we should know that, no? Okay, now see, when you look at my data set, item numbers, these are the item numbers. Okay, now I have a question. Are there any duplicate item numbers in this list? I want to quickly find out it. Okay, so if you want to find out the duplicate values in a column, the easy way to find out it by using conditional formatting. Okay, so how we use that? First, you need to select your cell values. Here I select cell values. Okay, these are my item numbers. Now I'm going to apply conditional formatting for this. Select home tab, then conditional formatting. My requirement is change the color of this cell if there are some duplicate values. Okay, here I can use highlight cell rows. There's an option called duplicate values. Okay, now I click on duplicate values. When I click on duplicates value, it's provide me this duplicate values dialog box. I can use this given condition format cell that contain duplicate values with. That means we can change the how to change the cell appearance. I can, by default it's appear light red field with dark red text or yellow, green. You can select anything. If you prefer green, you can select green. Or if you are not prefer this any given appearance, you can use custom format. Okay, custom format. We open this custom format dialog box and you can change the content appearance, bold, italic, you can apply, or bold, italic, you can apply. And also you can use a fill color, cell fill color. By clicking this fill tab, you can take any preferred color. If you need prefer yellow or light blue, you can use that color. If you want, you can apply outline border. If you want, you can apply like this bold italic. Okay, that's all. You click on OK. You define your own format. That's a custom format. If found any duplicate value, we want to display according to our custom format. When I click on OK, you can see these cells are highlighted. Why? These are duplicates. Okay, this one repeat here. This one repeat here. Okay, that's why it shows as these are duplicates. Okay, clear? Here we apply duplicates, highlight cell rows, duplicates conditional formatting, duplicates value conditional formatting. Okay, we can use the same conditional formatting, highlight cell rows to identify some values with a condition. For example, I want to show the cells. If that cell's quantity less than to 20, I want to highlight that cells. Condition value is sales quantity less than to 20. For that, I'm going to apply highlight cell rows conditional formatting facility. Okay, first I select my sales quantity values. Okay, then open home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell rows. Here I select less than option. Okay, less than option. By default, you can see it's a format cells that less than 32.5. It's generated that number, but you don't want to keep that number as it is. You can change it. Now I click here and take my cell value. Here I use cell reference. This K3. I just click on K3 without type the fixed number. I just take this cell reference and click on OK. What is the advantage of using cell reference rather than getting the fixed value for your conditional formatting? The thing is, you can change these things. Now, at the moment, you can see it's 20. That means 20 means if the cells value less than 20, it will highlight it. Okay, now at the moment, you can see it's 5, 9, 8, 14, 12. These all are less than 20. That's why, according to our criteria, given criteria, you can see these cells are highlighted. Okay, now I can change this value. If I change this not 20, at the moment, I want to get the values less than 30. When I type 30, you can see it's changed. Okay, now more cells appear. Why? I change my given condition. Now here I said 30, but if I said 20 again, it's like that. Okay, so here I directly use the cell reference rather than typing the fixed value in my conditional formatting. Okay, now if you want to change the conditional formatting you use, how will you do that? Okay, before that, I'll add this one also. Say another condition. I want to get the okay, I want to remove that conditional formatting. Whatever the conditional formatting I apply for this sales content, I want to remove it. So if you want to remove the conditional formatting, it's better to select your cells, then click on Home tab, Conditional Formatting. Here you can see the option called Clear Rules. Clear Rules. Now when you select Clear Rules, there are two options: Clear Rules from selected cells, Clear Rules from entire sheet. But now I want to remove this conditional formatting only for these cells, not for the entire worksheet. So here I use Clear Rules from selected cells. Okay. Now select this. I want to apply the new conditional formatting highlight cell rules to check whether what are the sales quantities between 20 and 50. Okay, for that, I'm going to apply the conditional formatting. Select these cells, then Home tab, Conditional Formatting, highlight cell rows. I use between. Okay, between. Now here as a first value, I select this K3. As a second value, I select K4. K3, K4. I didn't type 20 and 50. I just take the cell references. Okay. Don't worry about this dollar symbol. Actual dollar symbol means it's converted to absolute cell reference. Okay. Relative cell reference and absolute reference. Like this, there are two types of cell reference. This means this is absolute cell reference. It will take these cells as absolute cells for this condition. Okay. Now we can decide the color. Okay, then okay. Now you can see these selected or highlighted values between 20 and 50. Okay, if I want, I can change it. No, not 50. I won't go increase as 100. Between 20 and 100, it's like that. 30 and 100. Okay, we can change it. Okay, like that you can set the condition formatting, highlight cell rows. Instead of the fixed value, you can refer the cells. Okay, two cells I refer. Okay, the next one, other conditional formatting I prefer to explain. This one, data bars, top bottom rows. That means you can. I'm not going to explain one by one. This all because this we have a limited time. Okay, so you can try out this one. Actually, here you don't do the condition. It will automatically change the color scheme according to top 10 records or top 5 records, like that. You can decide it. Okay. Now the next important one is data bars. That means you can show your cell value visually. Okay, you can show your cells visually. Actually cell value here, this 33,060. This is you can visually show with the data bars. Okay, I'll show like this. Okay, first I select these cells, then select Home tab, Conditional Formatting, select data bars. Okay, you can see the two option, gradient fill option or solid fill option. To clear, to give the clear visual to you, I select this solid, because if I use a gradient, sometimes it is not clear for you. Now I use a solid view. Okay. Now I just apply this color. Okay, see, I show this sales amount visually. By looking at the graph, you can understand whether it's a high value or low value. Okay, here this is a very low value compared to others. No, like that we can show the values visually using conditional formatting data bars. It's very easy. It's not a tough one. It's very easy. What you have to do is just select cells, then home tab, conditional formatting, data bars, select whatever the color you prefer. Okay, it's very easy. You can select and apply. Okay, the other one is uh, icon set. Icon set, we can consider two conditions. Okay, based on the icon set, we can apply the icon on these cells. We can show the icon in front of the cell value based on the value of the cell. Okay, now I select these cells, then select home tab, conditional formatting, icon set. When you look at icon set, these are the available icon sets. Okay, I prefer indicators. Okay, I prefer this tree symbol indicator. Okay, I click and apply. Okay, what happened here actually? Now I got a lot of hash symbols. No, the thing is, if you get the hash symbols like that, it means your column width is not enough to show the content properly. You can simply adjust your column width to show this content properly by double clicking the line between the F and G, column name F and G. This line you can double click. Okay, you can simply adjust the column width automatically to show the content. That's another shortcut. You can double click between F and G. Okay, here again I reduce the size. It's appear like that. Now between the column F and G, I double click here. You can see my mouse pointer gets like this. Okay, when I double click, it's automatically adjust the column width. Okay, now the problem is you got this icon, but do you know the reason to appear this icon like this? Why this icon appear here? This icon, why this icon? Because when you apply all other condition rules, you know the reason for that. But for this icon set, you don't know the reason behind that. What is the background? What is the condition to show the icon in this manner? Okay, you can find out it easily. You can select these cells. Okay, then again open home tab, conditional formatting, manage rule option. I didn't explain that. Okay, manage rules. Okay, first time we are going to use a manage rules. When you click on manage rules, you can select current section or this worksheet. Okay, like that. Here I select a current section because I want to do the changes on this section only. But if you want the worksheet, but why I select the worksheet, you can see the all other applied conditional formatting you can see here. Okay, when you go to this manage rules, you can you have an option. You can edit rule or you can delete rule, like that. Whatever the conditional formatting you apply, you can edit or delete, or you can go for the new rule also. But I don't want to go to new rule now. Now I want to actually edit this icon set. Okay, here I use the worksheet. That's I can see the all. Okay, but if I say the current section, it's appear. Okay, current section for this selected area. This is selected. Here we apply only one rule. That's icon set. But if I select worksheet, for this worksheet, I have applied this all. That's how I can see this all. But don't worry, anyway, you have to select icon set. Here I select icon set and click on edit rule because I don't know what's the rule behind that. So that's why I select icon set and click on edit rule. When I click on edit rule, I got this dialog box. Okay, here say these icons, this symbol, this correct mark symbol appear when the cell value is greater than or equal to 67. But this is a percentage. It means Excel calculate these all value percentage. If it is greater than 67, greater than equal to 67, it shows as a correct symbol here, right mark here. But if that cell value between the 67 and the 33, then it shows explanation mark. Less than to 33 percentage shows this cross symbol, red color cross symbol. That is the uh, default criteria or default condition available. But you don't bother about this default one. You can manage it. You can change this. Okay. I want to change this icon set like this. I don't bother about the percentage. I bother about the value. Number. I select here as a number. Number. Then what is the number? What I want to do is, if I cell value greater than or equal to 30, greater than or equal to 30, I can type number 30 here. I can type like this 30 here, or I can pick this cell reference like this. This both options are available. You can type 30 directly, or you can take the cell reference. Okay. Greater than equal to, sorry, not greater than, actually we got the maximum, no? We won't go to the maximum, not 30, actually it should be 100. The maximum is 100, no? If it is greater than equal to 100, I won't show green color mark. Or instead of this 100, what I can do, I can take the cell reference. I can just click and take the cell reference 100. Okay. If it is greater than equal to 100, here I change as a number. If greater than equal to 100, I can show this green color mark. But if it is greater than equal to 100, but sorry, here between less than equal to 100 and greater than equal to 30. I made a mistake, actually, not greater than equal here. This one bit greater than equal to 30 and less than equal to 100. I want to show this explanation mark. Then if this value less than equal to 30, I will get this cross symbol. Okay, here I just take the number 100 as this value. Here I take the number 30, but cell reference, I didn't type the values. I use the cell. Okay, you can understand when I show the result. When I click on OK and apply OK, see like this. What's happened? I got this all are green. The reason is this all are greater than to 100. Okay, so here my condition is greater than 100 green color, between the 130 explanation mark, and less than 30 cross. But there's no any value less than 30. Okay, I want to adjust the these values separately because you all get this correct symbol because everything is greater than 100. Okay, I quickly adjust these values. I select home, conditional formatting, manage rules. I want to edit this icon set, select icon set, edit rule. Okay. Now I don't want to get 100 because when I check these figures, all are greater than 100. Okay. Now I say if greater than to 500, here I just type the value because I didn't type 500 in any area. Okay. Here I can't pick the 500 from any cell because it's all are blank. Now here that's I type the 500. If greater than to 500, I want to show this green color icon. If that cell value consists greater than 500, I want to show this green color icon. But between 500 and 300, say 300, I want to show explanation mark. Otherwise, I want to show this red color. Now, when I apply this OK and apply OK, I got like this. Here, this all green color right mark appear for greater than to 500. If that unit cost between the 500 and 300, you can see explanation mark. You can see the explanation mark. But if it is less than to 300, you got cross mark. Here, cross mark. Okay, that is the icon set conditional formatting. Okay, I think this is very clear for you. Okay, anyway, you can easily Google and find out conditional formatting, because if you have an idea now, you know what you can do with the conditional formatting. Okay, actually, when you look at these things, I apply this conditional format to one selected column, and highlight one column value. Okay, here one column value, here one column value. Okay, we have for each and column, this every conditional formatting apply for the columns. Okay, column values. Okay. Now, the next one, I'm going to explain how we use this conditional formatting practically, useful way for our day-to-day work. Okay, like this. You look at here, I'm going to highlight the entire record. Okay, I want to highlight the entire record based on the condition. For example, I have like this searching box. If I type something here, region, I want to search the record based on the region. Okay, so if I type the region as south, I want to highlight it that all rows, entire row I want to highlight it, entire record I want to highlight it, not only the south. Here you can see this value only highlighted. No, I want to highlight the entire row. Okay, for that I'm going to explain how to do this one with the conditional formatting. Okay, now what you can do is, if you want to apply this, first select your values, okay, all values. After that, home tab, conditional formatting. Now I'm not going to use this anything. I'm going to use new rule facility, new rule. Click on new rule. Okay, then there's a list of rules. I select last one. Use formula to determine which cells format. Use formula to determine which cells to format. Here I'm going to define a new rule, my own rule. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to type the formula here. I type here equal my condition, this cell value, take the cell value. But if you take this cell value, it's got the dollar symbol for both column and row. That means this one convert to absolute. It means your column will fix and row will fix, both fix. Column number, column name and row number both fix. But I want to keep only column fix. So for that, you can delete the this dollar symbol in front of the row number. Okay, 23 is a row number. In front of there was a dollar mark. I was just now I delete that. $20 symbol appear on the row number 23. Like this again, I explain here. First select the all cells. After that, select use formula to determine which cells to format. Equals, then click here, type equal, then take the your condition, this cell value. But as I said, now I want to fix only the column. I don't want to fix the row. That's why I delete the dollar symbol appear in the row number. Okay, then type the, sorry, I made the mistake here. Okay, sorry, I made the mistake. This is my value actually. I made the mistake here. What's the mistake? Actually, I first take the criteria, but if I get the criteria, which one I want to match this? Okay, I made the mistake. Sorry. Here actually not the column, this cell value first. I want to take the my check-in value. This cell value I want to take first, not the this value, because later I understood it goes wrong, because first I want to select the region from this first region. Here I want to fix the column, not the criteria. Okay, your criteria you have to take equal to this. Okay, don't misunderstand. I'll explain again like this. Okay, first I give the show the this how it's work, and later I'll show. Okay, here first take the criteria, your where you want to apply the criteria. For this cells you want to apply the criteria. Where's the criteria? This is the criteria. Okay, then I want to apply the format and the color. You know this one. I just apply this color. Okay, and apply OK and click on OK. See here, don't worry, I'll explain again step by step. Don't bother about that because I also mix up because I have a lot of things in my mind and try to explain this one quickly as soon as possible. That's I miss up that things. Okay, don't worry about that. I'll explain again. Sorry. Here I just have a south. No, okay. If I type say east, see what happened. East. Okay. Here highlight the all rows appear as a east. Region appear as a east. Say west. It's all highlight as a west. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. I'll again explain this one. Okay. Now I want to remove this selected conditional formatting. Just I select this, then go to Home tab, conditional formatting, clear rules, clear from selected cells. Okay, now there's no any conditional formatting. What I type here, nothing happened. Here I type east, nothing happened. Okay, here I type west, nothing happened because there's no any conditional formatting I apply for this. Okay, I'll explain again step by step. Okay, first we select these cells, all cells. Okay, then go to Home tab, conditional formatting, new rule, new rule. Okay, new rule. After that, select use a formula to determine which cells to format. Okay, then as I explained, where you want to apply the criteria. I want to apply the criteria on region. So here that this region should match with this region. Okay, so first I want to take the value, first value of your region. This is the cell. Click here and take this cell. My server is D23. But as I explained earlier, this one cannot to absolute. That means fix. Both column name and the row number is fixed. But I want to fix only the column name. So what I'm going to do is I delete the dollar symbol appear in front of the number 23. That's a row number. Okay. There was a dollar symbol, but now I delete that row number. Sorry, dollar symbol. Okay. Now dollar D23. This should be equal to our condition. What is the condition? This is the condition. Take that cell should equal to this condition. Then click on the format and apply any preferred color and format. Okay. And then click on OK. Actually, this is not a case sensitive. If I type the east like this, it's work. All cell content region is east, highlighted the entire row. It's okay. So it's not only for the equal, we can use for the greater than, less than. Also, for example, say here I take this one, say the another one, new one to you. Clear, understand to. Now I want to apply this one on sales quantity. Okay. So if the sales quantity greater than to say 50, greater than 50, I want to. So now say greater than 40. Okay, 40. I want to highlight that entire row. Okay. For that, I remove the condition that I apply here. Home, condition formatting, clear rows, clear from the selected cells. Okay. Now again, I want to apply the condition. So select these cells, then home, condition formatting, new rule. Then I said the last one, like a previous one, last one, I pick it. Then click on the format values here. Then again, now take the condition on which cell. I want to apply the condition on this sales quantity. After take the cell reference, you have to fix the row only, sorry, column only. For that, you have to delete the dollar symbol appear in front of the row number. Here I delete it. Now dollar E23. Then here type it should greater than to. This value should greater than to this one, 40. 40 means my sales quantity value. This is a criteria, a condition. Okay. Here not equal. Previously I used equal. Now here I just type greater than. Then use a format and different color, say red color. Okay, then apply. Okay, see now greater than 40, all rows highlighted. Say this is 100, sorry, 50. It's highlighted this deal. Okay, that's how to apply the condition formatting to highlight the entire record. I think this is very useful because these are the searching criteria. You can prepare the worksheet and you can put like this searching criteria. You can apply this based on this criteria that says quantity or region wise. You can search, then you can get the highlighted rows. Okay, then that's enough about conditional formatting. I think almost 45 minutes gone. We'll move to the next most important, and you all are prefer to learn VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. Okay, how we use VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. Okay, I think you can understand if I give the example. Okay, first you can see this data set. You can see the employee number, name, work type, hours work, pay rate. Pay rate is blank. At the moment, pay rate is blank. Here I say VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, exact match, exact match. There's a reason to say exact match. Later I explain what is exact match. Okay, this is our requirement. We have a like this list of employee and their work type and their hours worked. But at the moment we have only few records, but assume we have a like 100, 200 records. Now we want to apply the pay rate. We need to apply the pay rate according to their work type. But we have a separate table. Okay, we have a separate table. In that table, we have defined pay rate according to the work type. Okay, we have already defined these things. We have already defined that things. But when you are preparing some salary sheet or something, we want to pick this pay rate from that list. But if you have like this few records, so easy, no, you can just check the Tom's work type. Okay, it's casual. You can by looking this table, you can just type it here. So okay, it's okay for this one. But the problem is if you have a 2000 record or 100 record, 200 records, if you have a 1000 records, how we do that? That is not easy. Okay, then we have to have a mechanism to pick that pay rate quickly. We have some mechanism to get the pay rate here quickly without wasting our time. For that, we can use VLOOKUP function or HLOOKUP function. Okay, then we have a problem. Why VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP? There's a reason for that. The thing is, your data set, you are going to search the value here or here. Then how you present that data as a column table or a row table? Okay, this one appears a column table. This is column, first column. This is second column. The work type appear in your first column, pay rate appear in a second column. But this table, this is a row table. Your work type appear in a first row, pay rate appear in a second row horizontally. This is vertically. This is vertically VLOOKUP. HLOOKUP horizontally. Okay. Now, before talk about the function, so how we are going to do it manually. Okay. So Tom, I want to pick the pay rate from Tom. To do it manually, you need to take the work type. His work type is casual. Then I want to go to my table. Okay, work type appears here, casual is there. Then I can take this one and type it here. But the problem, if you have another work type casual, again, if you can see the casual here, can I pick any value from this list? For example, if this is also casual. So here also casual, here also casual. So which value should I take? This one or this one? There's a problem. I'm complete. I can't pick any value because there are two casuals. So why I say like that? When you are going to use a VLOOKUP function, you need to ensure that the searching table, this is your searching table. In that table, your searching value cannot have a duplicate. Casual like that, you can't use a VLOOKUP function. You didn't get the answer. Why? Now, not a VLOOKUP function. The manually also you can't do it, no. Because if you have two casuals, you are going to return which value you are going to return. It's a problem. So you ensure that your searching table, searching figure, or searching value doesn't have any duplicate. Okay, that's the first rule. Okay, here I press undo. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Why? There's no duplicate. Now this is for okay for VLOOKUP functions, the searching table. This is a searching table. Okay, this is okay. Now there's no any duplicate. If you have a duplicate, you can't use it. The next one is your searching value and the result. Okay, your result. Now here your searching value as a first column, the result appear in a second column. But if it is appear like that, sorry, if it is like this, the backward searching is not working for VLOOKUP. Now here I have to look at the work type, then backward. Okay, here this side only you can see the result, the value you want to return. This will not work for VLOOKUP. If you want to give the pay rate, your pay rate appear after the searching value work type, after that, not before. If you have a like this one, you can't use a VLOOKUP to get the pay rate. This will not work. Okay, so these are the two basic conditions before use the VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. Your table should appear like this. This is the correct way, without any duplicates value, and the searching value as a first column, or searching value as a first row. This is first row. Your result is a second row. Here, first column, this is a result. This is second column. Here, horizontally, this is a first row. This is second. Understood? These two conditions need to satisfy before use a VLOOKUP. Otherwise, you get the wrong answer. Okay. Now these tables are satisfied that given criteria. So now we can use a VLOOKUP. Okay. Now I explain how to use a VLOOKUP. Now here I want to return pay rate. Here I type equal sign VLOOKUP. Here very easy. When you type the first two letters, it's pick the available function. You can press tab key and get the syntax of the function. Okay, VLOOKUP open bracket. Now you need to insert the arguments or value. Your first value is lookup value. Now, as I explained, I want to return a pay rate by looking at the this work type. Okay, so actually I'm typing this formula for my first record only for Tom, but later I wish to copy down that function or this formula for other records. So for this is for the first record, so that's I take the work type as a lookup value. This is a lookup value. We want to return a pay rate by looking at the work type. So you have to pick the work type of your employee as a lookup value. Okay, then put the comma. That's the first argument, lookup value. Okay, you are going to search or you are going to return pay rate by looking at the work type. So you pick the first employee work type. Okay, this is the cell C4. After that, table array, where you want to search that pay rate based on the work type. This is your table array. This is the table array. Okay, at the moment, this is very small data set, but later I'll explain how to use it practical. Don't worry. Then the next step is how to use the large data set. I'll explain it later. Okay, now at the moment, we have very small data set. There's a table array. Okay, but you remember the rules when you're preparing this table array. Okay, no duplicates on the search value or lookup value, and your result should be in the second or third column. Okay, your first column should be the your searching value. Okay, here K2 to L7, that's the one. Okay, now put the comma. Okay, now before move to the next one, I want to do something. Now I'm explaining this one because this is not a mandatory, but if you wish to copy it down for the next record, this is very important. Sometimes you type the VLOOKUP for the first record and later you are going to copy it down. So if you are going to do the things like that, you can't keep the table array in this way. That means this is a relative reference. It means when I copy down this table, when I copy down this entire function to the next column, next row, this K goes to K, but number 2 goes to 3. L as it is, but number 7 goes to 8. then our table array will change for the second record. But I don't want to change it by, for the all records, I'm going to use the same table array. The same table should be table array for the all records. So this one should be absolute. Okay, to convert this data range, your table array as an absolute, the easy way is press F4 function key. F4 function key and convert absolute. F4 function key. Then you will see the dollar symbol. You know this one. The previous one also I explained this dollar. Okay, now both fixed. This is not a problem. You can keep both column and rows as a fix, not an issue, because now this is fixed. Okay, for this formula, this is fixed. But that means when you copy it down for the other record, this will keep as it is. Nothing changed. Okay, good. Clear? First, we take the work type from this existing data set. Okay, then we put the comma and take the table array means our data set. Then convert to absolute, put the comma. Third one, column index number. You remember this is the Vlookup vertical table. Now there are two columns. This is first column, this is second column. Your result, the pay rate appear in the second column. So you have to type number 2 as a column index number. Then put the comma, this is very important. Approximate match and exact match. What is that? Approximate match and exact match. Now actually here we are looking for the exact match. Why? If this work type is casual, I want to take this value. I don't want to approximately match the work type. The work type should 100% match to this pay rate. Okay, this pay rate and this one should match. Then only I want to return. So here I use a exact match. Exact match means how to use false. Exact match. That's why I say the exact match. Now you can understand. Exactly match this value. If only you return the pay rate. If not exactly match, don't return anything. Okay, here I say exact match. Okay, then you can close the bracket. Clear? It's very easy. There are 4 arguments. First one is lookup function, sorry, lookup value. Then secondly, data range. Then column index number. Then true, false. Here use false for exact match. Okay, then press enter key. Here it's appear as a 15.76. It's not pick the dollar symbol because just we have to that the dollar symbol is that's a data formatting. That's a cell formatting. We just type the number only. No, this dollar appear with the cell formatting. Here you pick the value 15.75. It's correct. So now what I'm going to do, I select this cell and you can copy down this formula for the other records by double clicking this cell pointer. Okay, so sorry, cell handler, or you can click on the cell handler. You can this tiny little thing in the bottom right corner of the cell pointer. You can see this one is a, when you point your mouse, you can see this plus mark appear. That's a cell handler. Okay, fill handler. This fill handler, you can double click on the fill handler, or you can click and drag it down. Anyway, we got the answer correctly. Okay, you can see so full time. This is the figure. It's correct. No issue. Okay, I'm going to do the same with the horizontal lookup table, H lookup table. Now I delete these values. Same thing, only thing is this way of displaying the data. Okay. Now again, equal, I'm not going to use a VLOOKUP because I'm going to refer this H lookup, this horizontal table. So here I type H lookup. H lookup, same lookup value. If you search here or here, you are going to search by the work type. So this is the work type C4, comma. Now I'm not going to search here. I'm going to search in this table. This is my horizontal table. Okay. But again, if I want to copy it down, this should be fixed. That's why F4 function key, press F4 and you can convert to absolute. Okay, then put the comma. Here's a raw index number. But when you use a VLOOKUP, you will get column index number. This is column number 1. This is column number 2. But horizontal, this is row number 1. This is row number 2. Here I type row number 2. And I select false because I want to exactly match this. False. And enter. Here, this is the answer. Okay. The same result. Okay. That's about VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. But exact match. We use exact match. Then I'm going to discuss approximate match. Approximate match. Okay, if you have a requirement like this, so here, pay rate, pay amount, tax rate, tax amount. Okay, now first I'll fill this pay rate. I'm going to use a VLOOKUP again, equal VLOOKUP. Here it's very easy. I take the work type, comma. I'm going to use this table as a table array. I want to fix it. Select and press F4 function key, comma, sorry. And put the comma, column index number is 2 and false. It's returned the same figure. Then I take it. And I want to calculate the pay amount is equal per covers into this pay rate. So, okay. The pay amount, we calculate the pay amount. Okay. My next question is approximate match, but question is tax rate. Now, I want to resolve a tax rate according to the pay amount. Now we have a criteria because this company provide the guidelines, apply the tax based on their pay amount. This is the guideline that if that pay amount between 0 and 100, there's no any tax rate, 0. But pay amount between 100 and 500, 15% tax rate. 500 to 1000, 22%, 1000 to 2000, 28%, greater than to 2000, 35%. Okay. Now, say if you have like the few value also, it's difficult, no, just by looking at that pay amount and pick and type the percentage, it's not easy for us. If you, again, as if you have a 100, 200, 500, 1000 record, it's a terrible task actually. Pick and type the tax rate. It's not easy for us. It's time wasting thing. Okay. To handle that issue also, we can use the lookup facility. VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. Actually, here I'm going to use a VLOOKUP facility because we all are prepared with VLOOKUP, the vertical done. Okay. So that's why I'm going to use a VLOOKUP function to fill the tax rate. Okay. How we do this one? Now, if you are going to use an approximate match, you can't use this table as it is. This will not work. This one you cannot use as a table array because here 0-100. We know this is 0 to 100, but Excel cannot understand that because number is there, character is there, number is there. Then Excel doesn't know anything about this. Excel confused. What is this? Excel don't know anything these things. Okay. So Excel figure out this thing. So we need to prepare our table array now based on this data. Based on this data, we need to prepare new table array. But here is not a problem because this is the exact match, you know. Exact match, we can prepare the table as it is like this, no problem. But here is not an exact match. 0 to 100, this one. But 0 to 100, there are more values. Okay. That's approximate match. So if you have like this structure, you need to prepare the table array. Okay, here I take a copy of this one and I'll explain how to prepare this table array. You need to take the lower boundary of your range. 0. 0 to 100, I pick 0. 100 to 500, 100. 500 to 1000, 500. 1000 to 200, 1000. The lower boundary. And 2000 above means lower boundary is 2000. Take that values. And take the pay rate as it is. Pay rate like this. Here I consider the range, take the lower bound 0, 100, 500 like that. Okay. Now this is my table array for VLOOKUP calculations. Okay. This is my table array. This is the table array. Okay. Okay. Now this is my table array. Based on that, we prepare this table array. Okay. Now I'm going to use a VLOOKUP function. Equal VLOOKUP. Then what is the lookup value this calculation? Now we want to return a tax rate considering the pay amount. So this is my lookup value. First record pay amount F50, but previously we returned a value considering the work time. But this time we want to return a rate based on the pay amount. That's why I take the pay amount as a lookup value. Then put the comma. Now this is our new table. VLOOKUP table. We just now prepare it based on this given criteria. Based on the criteria, we prepared it. Okay. But again, if you wish to copy it down for the other cells, other records, it's better to convert to, you must actually do this one, absolute, by pressing F4 function key. Then put the comma, then put the comma, column index number. This is the first column, this is second column. You want to return a tax rate, so you need to type column index number as a number 2. Then put the comma. There are two options, approximate match and exact match. Okay, I'll use this is the wrong one. Okay, first I do the wrong one, exact match. Here I take the exact match. Okay, see the answer. Here I say exactly match. If this pay amount exactly match with this rate, then only return. Otherwise, don't return. Okay. Here say not available. So not available. Why? 47.28. It's not match with this table value. So there's no any exact match. Okay. 0 to 100. But it doesn't consider. It says 0 like that. If you have this value, only is written. For example, if we have 100 here, it will return the value. Or it's exactly match. But this value not exactly match with this. Okay, so here our VLOOKUP function is wrong because we use a false option, that is exact match option like a previous. But now here you can't use exact match. Here you had to use approximate match, and end. Sorry. Here we can copy it down. Now see, this is 47.28. It's between 0 and 100. That's why it's written as 0. Then 4,888.3. 4,008. It's between this. That's why it's written as 15. Okay, here I self format this cells as percentage. What's the percentage? Control Shift percentage. Okay, shortcut key Control Shift percentage. I format as a percentage. Okay, but here it's like that. When you apply the Control Shift percentage, you get the percentage data type. Okay, no issue. Okay, we are talking about the VLOOKUP now. It's clear? Okay, I think you can understand what we did. Okay, we have a criteria like this. We prepare this table first. Okay, 0 to 100 we take 0, 100 to 500 100, 500 1,000 500, 1,000 to 2,000 1,000, rates as it is. Then when you are typing the VLOOKUP, our lookup value was pay amount and range was this one. We convert to absolute because we are going to copy it down for the, and column index number is 2, but approximate match we used for this. Then it's return this result. Then I can easily calculate the tax amount equal pay amount into tax rate. So, okay, we complete this table with a lookup function. Okay, That is exact match and approximate match. Okay. Now here, how we use this one practically, because you don't have like this simple calculation. Okay. Here, so practically this is my requirement. I have a new list of, I have an item list actually. Item number is here, description here. But I want to pick the unit cost and unit price for this each item. But we have item master in our system. There's item master. That item master, I have all available items in my company, and every details included in that item master. Okay, this is my item master. Item master is another worksheet. Okay, this is my item master. Okay, this is another worksheet. Okay, now this is my item master. Here include all items available in our company. Now, by looking at this item master, I want to take this unit cost and unit price. Okay. Now we can use VLOOKUP for this task. It's very easy. Okay. I'll explain how to do this. Okay, it's same. But you need to understand actually whether we can use HLOOKUP or VLOOKUP. We are going to search by item number. Why I'm going to search by item number? In this item list, this is my lookup table actually. In this item list, item numbers are unique. Okay, item numbers are unique. I can't use a description because sometimes this is not a unique. If it is, that means duplicates. There may be duplicates. So item number unique. I'm sure this item number is unique. So I cannot get any duplicates in this item number column. So I can consider this one as my table array. And also there's no any duplicates in my item number column. One condition satisfied. But the second condition in my table array, my all other figures, the unit cost and unit price appear after the item number. That means here to here, not a backside. Okay, not a backward. Okay, here in front of the item number, I can pick the unit cost and unit price. My first column goes for the item number. Second, third, fourth, and fifth goes for the unit cost and unit price. That means both criteria satisfy. Now I can use this one as a table array as it is without doing any changes. Okay, without doing any changes, I can use this one as a table array as it is, and I can pick the unit price and unit cost and unit price from that list. Okay, good. Now I explain how to do it. Okay, here I type equal VLOOKUP. Okay, then put the first one, lookup value. As I told you, I want to look up the unit cost by item number, search by item number. That is my lookup value. We are going to search in that worksheet based on the item number. That is our lookup value. This is a lookup value. Item number, first item number. That's the lookup value. Then put the comma, table array. Now table array is not a simple data set like this. It's in another worksheet. It's not an issue. You can click on that worksheet. My worksheet name is item list. That's my master item list. Click on item list. I can select this all record. To select, if you have more record to select that easily, you can use a keyboard shortcut. You can highlight the headings like this. Then use Control Shift down arrow key. Control Shift down arrow key. Okay, again I just undo. Okay, we can select these headings first. Okay, then Control Shift down arrow key. You select all records. Okay, now look at my formula bar. It's appear like this. A25 means lookup value. Item list explanation mark A1 to E125. That is the range. No problem. We can select that range and press F4 function key to convert to absolute, because I'm going to copy it down for the other record also. Okay. Then comma. Then what is that? Column index number. Okay. It should be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You remember, in which column you can find out the unit cost. I'm not remember, so I click here and try to find out it. Item list, it's in a, this is column number 1, this is 2, 3, 4. Okay, unit cost in column 4. But when I click on item number, my formulas goes wrong. Here something comes, but you have to delete it, because actually I had back to my VLOOKUP. See here also it's get again VLOOKUP. When I move in with the between the sheets, that sheet name come up with that formula. So okay, now I want to delete it, because here I just want to type the number only, column index number. Okay, my column index number is 4. Here I type column index number as a 4. Okay, then put the comma. Again, you have to decide whether it's true or false. You know that this is, you have to consider as an exact match. Why? If the item number is matched with this one exactly, then you want to return the unit price. If there's no any approximate match things, because we want to exactly match this item number with in that master label, if that is only, we want to return the result, unit price, or sorry, unit cost. So we use false facility, false option. Then close the bracket and end. It's written the unit cost as a 507. Okay, clear? We use A25 item list. Number 4, false. Okay, again I type for the unit price. Okay, here actually I think we got the unit cost, this one. Okay, now I've got the unit price. Okay, equal, we look up. Okay, here the lookup value, item number, put the comma. Then table array. Table array means our master data set item list. I explain how to select these all records. Select this, Control Shift down arrow key. You select all records. Then convert to absolute cell. You can select up to this point. Then press F4 function key. Okay. Then put the comma. Then column index number. Now I'm remember that number goes to 5. No, actually I think it's better to keep the numbers. Remember. Because otherwise you are in trouble. Your formula will change. Actually, here in the number only, I remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the column number to return the unit price. In my master table, column number 5 consists the unit price. That's why I type the number 5. Then put the comma. Here I'm using exact match. That's why I use a false option and enter. This is the unit price. Now I don't bother about the other formulas, because I have already typed the correct formula for my second record. Here I use absolute cells for my table array. So I can simply copy it down for the all other records. For that, I can double click the fill handler. Let's fill this. It's return the unit cost and the unit price. Okay. So here, you can see item number 1896X, no? This one. Okay. I'm going to find out in my item list. Control F. 1896-S. Yeah, I found it. This is okay. Can you see? This is the unit cost. This is the unit price. Is that correct? Yes, it's correct. Okay. See, other important one. If you change this figure, your master table, you change. Now here I change as not a 507. Here I change as a 300. Here as a 300 as a unit cost. And the unit price also changes as a 450. See, enter. Then when I check my table, it has changed now. Okay, it's automatically changed. When you do any changes in your master data set, it's apply for the this result, we look up result. Okay, here is change as a here. Now I change this code 1996. What it says? Not available. Yes, because if you look at the item list, you never find out, sorry, you never find out the item number 1996, no? You don't have 1996, but you have 1996S. You don't have 1996. We are looking for 19996, not available. That's I say not available. Because system cannot return a unit cost or unit price. There's no any item like that. Such type of item is not existing in our item list. Okay, this is practically how we use this VLOOKUP function, because if you have master data, you have to take the value from that master table. Okay. Clear? Okay, we discuss lookup exact match, approximate match, and how practically use this VLOOKUP functions to solve our day-to-day problems. Okay. Okay. I think I cover up VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP function. Now 420. I will explain the index and match also, but before moving to the index and match, I prepare to take time to explain the pivot table. Okay, pivot table. I don't know here, guys. Can you hear me? I didn't get any response. I think you all are muted. Is anyone from our side? Aruna, Sajivani, can you hear me?
Yes, Sasanka.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Because I just talking only because I don't know. I can't get any feedback from other side. Okay. That's I check. Okay. Thank you, Sajani. Okay. Okay. Let's move to the pivot table, because most of you also request that pivot tables are very important for you. Okay. That's I'm going to quickly discuss the pivot table. Actually, before go for the pivot table, you should know actually what you are going to do with the pivot table. The pivot table provide facility to summarize data. Mainly pivot table provide facility to us to summarize your data. What is summarization? Okay, just look at my data set. You can see sales date, supplier name, details, region, category, unit price, sales quantity, sales amount. When you look at this data set, same day repeat. Sometimes you can see the same supplier repeat, same details repeat, region report. Now, if you have like this more data repeat again and again in that records, you need to summarize that data to get some idea. For example, I want to find out quickly who are my unique supplier and what are the sales quantities sales for that unique suppliers. But when you look at that worksheet, you cannot get that result or that idea. You need to summarize this one. Okay. To summarize the data easily, you can use pivot table. Mainly, pivot table allow you to summarize data. Okay. Now, I want to summarize this data set. So first of all, I want to select my all data. I'm going to use an easy way for that. I select my column headings and use Control Shift down arrow key to select the entire data set. Okay, Control Shift down arrow key. Now click on Insert, Insert, then Pivot Table, Insert, Pivot Table. Okay, then you will get this Create Pivot Table dialog box. I'm going to explain the easy way to prepare the pivot table. I don't want to put you in trouble, so I'm going to use easy way. Here, select table or range. Don't bother about, because you have already have selected that range. Your data range you already have selected. And here your option, choose new worksheet or existing worksheet. Now I prefer to use new worksheet, because if I go for this worksheet, it will be complex, because this data here and your pivot table summaries there, it's a big problem. So I prefer to get my summary in a new worksheet. Okay, so I click on OK now, because simply we want to quickly prepare this pivot table. I use this option, select table orange already selected, and use new worksheet. Then click on OK. I got a new sheet, sheet 3. Okay, here I want to change my worksheet name, pivot table result, or sorry, result, because I have the same name, pivot table result. Okay. Okay, this is my worksheet, pivot table result. Okay, when I click here, what happened? There was something here. No, I lost that. Okay, don't worry. When you get the pivot table, you get like this place to have a pivot table. But when you click on that place, you get your pivot table field list. A field list. Okay, Now, sometimes when you click here, you will lost that field list. If you want to see that, you can click here. Click on that place. You are going to pivot table. You are going to place the pivot table here. That's how you can see the sample area. The build a report choose field from pivot table face. Give some area to have your pivot table here. When you click here, you can see. But sometimes when you click here also, that will not visible. This field list will not visible. If it is not visible to you, you can do like this. Now here, now I click here, but because I click close that, okay, now it's not visible. So how we get that it? You can right click on the pivot table. Can see show field list, show field list. If you close this one, normally when you click here or if you close the field list, you will never see that again. When you click here, you will never see it. So if you want to get that pivot table field list, you have to right click and select show field list. Why? Without this field list, you never prepare the pivot table. You must have this field list. Without that, you can't create a pivot table here. Okay, understood? If you close and when you click here, you will not get that. You have to right click and show field list. Okay, you got the field list. Okay, when you look at this field list, you have all fields. Your fields are here: date, supplier, details, like that. In addition, there are 4 cages: filter, columns, rows, and values. Okay, filters, columns, rows, and values. Okay, normally you have to simply drag and drop this field into these cages to prepare the pivot table. But if you are using the pivot table first time, you have a doubt for which cage, which field need to should and drag and drop. There's a doubt. Actually, that one come up with the experience. That means you have to prepare the summary data set with the pivot table. Then only you recognize by looking at the data set, this is suitable for column place, or this is suitable for rows cage, or this is suitable for values cage, this is suitable for filter cage. It's come with the experience actually. So when you prepare the pivot table, more pivot table, you eventually get this is should be this should goes to this cage like that. Okay, so okay, now say we need to summarize data now. You can see here my pivot table worksheet is considered like this. You can see more region. Okay, regions are here. You can see the sales quantities are here. But as a summary, what I want to get, region-wise sales quantities. I want to show region-wise sales quantities. Okay, for that, I'm going to prepare the pivot table. My recommend is region-wise sales quantities. If you want to get the region-wise sales quantities, region is a name, it's a character, text type one. Okay, normally region, supplier, like this details, category, like this text type things, we can drag and drop into columns cage or rows cage. Either this one or this one, it's not a problem. But if you want to say the data nicely appear, it's better to drag and drop this to rows cage. Okay, I'll show it. I take the region and drag and drop into columns cage first. See, when I drag and drop the region into the columns cage, it's appear east, mid, west, south, west, and grand total. So column wise, it show the data columns, column headings. Actually, distinct values, unique values only appear. Okay, unique values. These are the unique values available in my pivot table worksheet. Unique region values. Okay, so if I drag and drop that into the rows cage, it's like this. It's actually it's look nice, no, rather than appear as a columns: east, midwest, south, west. If I show this one, I think it's nice. Okay, that's I told you, that's experience. Okay, by experience I know if I drag and drop this one into the rows cage, appear nice. Okay, so now you know that. Okay, now you also get the experience. Now you know when you are creating some pivot table, you can decide whether this one suitable for the row cage or a columns cage. Okay, here I take region and drag and drop into the rows cage. Okay, that's good. Region, drag and drop into here. Okay, you can I can remove this check mark here and drag and drop into here. Okay, then what I want to show, I want to show total sales quantities for this each region. It's a number, it's a value. So if you have a If you want to summarize the number figure, that one you have to drag and drop into the values cage. You have drag and drop into values cage. If you find the maximum values, summation, average or something, if you want to apply some calculation actually on this value, you have to drag and drop in that value into the values cage, because now I want to summarize. That means I want to get the summation of east sales quantities. I want to get the summation of mid-west sales quantities. I know summation need to apply on each sales quantities based on the region. So that's why I take the sales quantity and drag and drop into values cage. When you drag and drop that sales quantity into values cage, automatically appear as sum of sales. Sum of sales. Okay. Actually, this is the total sales quantity for each region. So easy, no? Here we summarize this entire data set nicely using the pivot table to show region-wise sales quantities. Okay, not only that, you can consider the supplier also. If you are worried about this sales goes for this region from which customer or from which supplier, you can take the supplier, drag and drop into columns cage also. Okay, drag and drop into columns cage. See, East ABC stands that more detail, more detail. But if I remove the supplier, it's appear like this. Okay, when I add a supplier here, it's appear like. Now you can see column headings and row headings both. If you want, you can change this both. Okay, here. Now remove supplier region. Now take the supplier as a rows, region as a column. In this way also you can prepare. Okay. So see what happened when I put the both together. No issue. You can see the ABC stage total is this. This is the region wise. You can collapse this one. By clicking this button, you can collapse or expand it. Yeah. That's up to you. Okay. Here I put the both together as a rows, supply and region. Okay. So if I want to see the region wise, I have to expand it, ABC station. Because this region goes under supplier. First one is supply, under that region is there. Okay. Or you can take the region and drag and drop into columns. Okay, good. Now I want to apply filtering. Actually, this record shows for the entire worksheet. Now I decide, no, I don't want to show these all values for all records. I want to filter this one based on the category, based on the category. So I take the category and apply as a drag and drop into the filter cage. Category. Okay. Here I take the category and drag and drop into filter cage. When I drag and drop into filter cage, it says category here. Here all means this record, this result for all categories. But when you click on this drop down button, drop down arrow, these are the available category: car, computer, library, office, phone, post. Okay. Now when I select car and OK, see what happened. Actually, this car provided by only this supplier. For this region, it's filtered. Now it's filtered. Apply the criteria and just show for the results only for the car type, car categories. So if I select phone, actually these are the phone type, phone suppliers. So if I select post, that's one. But you think, no, I want more than one category. I want to select more than one category. If you want to apply more than one category, you can check here. Select multiple items. Select multiple items and click on OK. Now I can use either car or car, computer, and phone, not post. Okay, I need car, computer, and phone. These are the suppliers and region. Understood? Here we explain how to use pivot table. Here I summarize region, supplier, and this one. And here you can see sum of sales. But if you are looking for sum of sales amount, you need to get the total sales quantities and also total sales amount. You can drag and drop the sales amount into the values cage, but it will be a big one, larger one than the previous, because now we display both sum of sales quantity for east, sum of sales amount for east, midway sales quantities, midway sum of sales amount, sum of sales quantity likewise. Okay, be a large one. But if you think sales is not need, you can remove it. Clear? Okay. Now here I use a total, no, but here sum of. I think you can see here sum of. But it's not a mandatory to use a sum. You can use this arrow key. You can see the drop down arrow button. You can click there. There's an option called value field settings. Value field settings. When I click on value field settings, I can design which summarization used for this. Okay. You can type a sum of sales quantity, or you can type your own name here. Here I can use a total sales quantity. Sales quantity. This is custom name. Total sales quantity. Okay. It will be a total sales quantity. Okay. Or you can click and value field settings. No, I'm not going since total here. I need to get the average. I want to get the maximum sales quantities. I select maximum. Here's a max of sales quantity. These are the maximum sales quantity provided by each supplier for each region. These are maximum value. Okay, let's pick the maximum and so as it is. Clear? Okay. I had prepared different type of pivot table using the same field list. Okay. But it's not mandatory to use the same one. You can use a different pivot table worksheet, and you can prepare the different pivot table. Okay. Okay, I want to get another pivot table. So this I go to my master data set, pivot table data set. I select this all data again. Okay. Then insert pivot table, select table or range is okay, new worksheet. Okay. This is the blank pivot table. Okay, this is sheet 4. Pivot table result 2. Okay, this is my pivot table result 2. Okay, now what I want is I'm going to explain how to show the sales quantity and sales amount quarter wise or monthly wise. But when you look at my master table or master data set, here I cannot see quarter data or monthly data. It's a daily data, daily. Okay, it's a date. This is a date, daily. This record, this people keep the record daily wise. Okay, but your boss asks to give the summary quarter wise results. Okay, please give me the quarter wise sales quantities, quarter wise sales amount, or please give me the monthly sales amount, total monthly sales amount for each month. What is the total sales? I want to see that. Okay, like that your boss asks. Then how you are going to quickly prepare that type of summary sheet using this data set? It's very easy. Okay, we got the blank pivot table too. Okay. Now, if you wish to get the quarter wise or monthly wise result, you must have a date field actually. As a date, you must have like this date. You have a date. You must have a date. Without date, you can't take that. Okay. Now, in our table, we have a date. First, we take that date and drag and drop into rows cage. Okay, what happened here? Don't worry. because previously I have done something that says jump as month. Normally it's appear like this. Okay. Normally when you drag and drop the not like this. Okay, it's not appear actually not in this manner also. It's appear like this. Because previously I have grouped that data. That's why you see the when I drag and drop as a month and quarter. Don't worry. Okay. Normally when you here I again remove this. Okay. It's my date figure, this field, I remove it. Normally when you drag and drop the date into the rows cage, it's appear like, not appear actually like this. It's appear like this. Okay, because I already have done some works on this pivot table. That's why it shows as a quarter one or monthly one. Normally when you drag and drop the dates, it's appear like this. Okay, you can't see the quarter or monthly result. Okay, this is okay. Now row labels is okay. Okay, that means your date separate date is there. Now I want to show the total sales amount for each date. Is sales amount. Okay, sum of sales amount for particular date. Okay, these are unique. The date values are unique. Okay, this is total sales amount. Okay, now what I want is I want to summarize as a quarter or monthly wise sales amount. For that, what you have to do is it's easy. You have to just click on the uh, uh, first date value. You can click on the first date value. Then right click on that date value. Select group facility. Group. Clear? Again, I explain. What I want to do is you have this type of table. Now click on the first date value. You click and select it. Then right click on that. Then select group. Group. When you select the group, it says what is the date range actually. This is from 99 to actually this is from January 2nd 99 to November 6th 99. These are the date range. It's okay. I don't bother about that. Then here I can select how do I want to group it. First I select months. I use months only. When I select months, okay, you can see monthly wise sales amount. Okay, this is January total sales amount, February like that. But you need a quarter wise. So what you have to do is right click again on that first month or first date, group, then select both months and quarters. Month and quarters. Okay. See. Now when I collapse this one, you can see like this. You can see quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. But if you want to see monthly wise, it's also available. This is quarter one monthly sales. This quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. Okay. So if you are looking for the sales quantity also, you can drag and drop into the sales quantity into values cage. This is the sales quantity for each quarter. Okay. It's very easy. Now, actually, when you look at these Excel 2000, I think it's come from 2000, I'm not remember really 2018 or 2015 also. A pivot table come up with some facility called slicer. Okay, now I think I want to explain that one also. Okay, now can you see when I click on the pivot table, this is the pivot table analyze and design. You can change the color and everything in this pivot table design. I am not going to take time to explain that. But pivot table analyze group, this tab you can see when you click on the pivot table, only you can see that when you click on the pivot table. Now I cell point on the pivot table, that is the pivot table analyze. There's a button called insert slicer. Insert slicer. This is a new feature actually. This is a new feature come up with this Excel 2016 onwards. I select insert slicer. Okay. Then I can use the slice either date or a supplier, details, region. I prefer to use region as a slice, region. Okay, and click on OK. Actually, this is very similar to the filter cage. Okay. Now here show the available region for me. These are the available region for me: east, mid, west, south, and west. Now when I click on the east region, it shows a figure only for east region. When I click on midwest, change the figure for midwest. Here south, this is for the west. If I want, I can go for another slicer. Okay, pivot table, insert slicer, I can use a supplier also. Okay, now there are two slices. One is region, one is supplier. Okay, I want to say ABC stationary east. This is the result. Australia first, Midwest. You can use control key and click to select more. If you want to select all, you can use a control key and select. Okay. Then control and select. This for all. It's all record. But like that, you can select this ABC stage Midwest. This is the result. Actually, you can use these slices when you're prepared to when you're going to prepare some dashboard. Okay. You can get the pivot table and you can prepare the nice dashboard using these slices. Okay. Here, beta box south. Okay. When you click, it's appear like this. And this is okay. That's the pivot table with slices. Okay. Here, what we have done is we get the date and then you to group that date. Okay. Then later I apply slicer. Okay. Another important thing is when you do the modification, if you do some changes in this pivot table, this one directly apply for the your pivot table result. Okay. If you do the changes in this data set, actually this is the original data set. No, if you do some changes, it will directly go for the pivot table also. That's modification. But if you insert, directly go for the pivot table, it will not automatically update the data. If you modify this data, what you do is your pivot table, you need to refresh. Okay. When you go to pivot table analyze, there's a button called refresh. Okay. When I select refresh all pivot tables will refresh. That means if you do any changes in your data set, your original master data set, because you refer this data set to prepare the pivot table, no? If you do some changes here, you need to select your pivot table and refresh your pivot table. It's better to refresh all. Refresh all. But if you add some new record, if you add some new record to this table, here, you add some new record after that, this is 150 record, no? But if you add the new record here, you must change the data source again. How we change it? You can see pivot table analyze, change data source, change data source. You have to say select that source again. You have to highlight the all records again. Your new record also need to include your new record. Now there's no new record, but if you include the new record, you have to include that new record to your new as a new source. Okay, here you refresh and the change data source. Change data means if you insert the new records only, you have to do it. But if you do some changes, you have to refresh the pivot table. Okay, I quickly explain the pivot table. Now I think I have only 10 minutes. Okay, I try to cover up the rest of the things index. Okay, don't worry, actually we'll try to arrange some sessions later also based on your requirement. But I hope these all are clear up to this point. Okay, now I'll move to the index and match. Okay, then actually if you know the VLOOKUP, you can do a lot of things with the VLOOKUP. The problem is VLOOKUP have some criteria, sorry, some condition. As I said, if you have some duplicate value, you can't use a VLOOKUP. And also if you have your searching value as a second column or third column, you can't use a VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. Your searching column should be as a first column of your data set. So like that, some restrictions are there. So that's why most of the people, they are looking for like this index and match functions. Actually, index is a one function, match is another function. But normally we use this both together to get the proper result. Okay, I'll explain the index and match separately first. Actually, index function, what index function can do, it's like a GPS. Actually, function work like a GPS. You know the GPS in these days. Okay, when you give the coordinate, right coordinate, it's give the location to us. Okay, like that. Here, uh, we have a data set. Okay, we have a data set here. Now I select this data set. Now, if I give the supply and south, here I can get the sales quantity for the, actually here you can see the supplier, and here you can see the region. Okay, these are the sales figures. Okay. Now I want to find out the sales quantity for Vodafone and South region. Vodafone means this, no? Vodafone this one, South means this one. Okay, actually I want to get the number 30. That's the result I want. I want to search by both column and row. Okay, okay, don't worry about that. Okay, then we'll see how this index work, index function work. Okay, now look at the supplier Vodafone. Okay, what is the row number consist of the Vodafone? When you select this, the first row, this is second row, third row, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eight. Actually, row number 8 consists the Vodafone. That region is a column. My region is a column. This is a column region. Okay, this region south is a column 1. South means 1, 2, 3, 4. That is number 4. Why I take this one two separately, row number and column number of this Vodafone and South? Because when you are going to use index, as I told you that index return like a result based on the GPS facility. We need to give the coordinate. Okay, column and row number. When you provide the coordinate only, it's give the result to us. So that's why I take separately the row number and column number. Okay, so here I type the equal index. Index, can see array. Array means this is my array. Okay, then put the comma, row number. If you have a column number, you can provide the column number also. Now here both, we have to consider both row number and column number. My row number is this 8. Here if I want, I can type the number 8 or I can pick it. And column number is number 4. Then what is written? 30. 30 means this. If I provide the coordinate in this range, this is my map actually. This is my map. When I provide the coordinate, it's give my GPS location. This is 30. It's like that. Okay. The A1 to 39 means my old data set. Then I give the locate, pick the value. I give the coordinate. My supplier location is Vodafone. Vodafone is row number 8. My region location is South. South column number is 4. When I give the 8 and 4, it's return correct value. Understood? So index function, to work with the index function, you must give column, row number and column name. Okay, then it's return a relevant cell value. Understood? Okay. Then we'll talk about match function separately. Match function. Okay. Match function return a coordinate, return a number, column number or row number. It's return a column number or row number based on the given lookup value. Okay, index function return a result based on the coordinate. Match function provide the coordinate. Okay, now later we are going to match, group that together, but before that I explain these two together separately. Okay, here we discuss the index function. When you select the range, when you give the location, row number and column number, is return a result. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to return a row number of this Vodafone using a match function. Okay, here I type like this, equal match. Match. We talk about match function. Lookup value. What's the lookup value? This is my lookup value, Vodafone. This is lookup value. Then for the comma, where do you want to look up? Where do you want to search that Vodafone? in this data set. I want to search this one in this data set. Here, supply ABC like that. Then where's the Vodafone? Vodafone under number 8, no problem. Okay. Then comma, it's ask less than exact match greater than. Actually, I want to get the exact match. Here, exact match did not be notify with 0. 0, not false. Here it says 0. I close the bracket. H5, A1 to A9 means this range, and 0. H5 means this one, Vodafone. I want to search on this list. If I type the exact match, it's returned like this. Number 8. Number 8, it means coordinate. Okay. This Vodafone consists of row number 8 of this data set. If I select up to this point, Vodafone consists of row number 8. That is the answer. Similar to that, I want to find out where's the south consists. South column number. What is the south consist of which column number? I want to pick that. For that also I use a match function equal match. Lookup value. Now this is lookup value. Comma. Sorry. This is the lookup value south. This is my lookup value. I want to go into search based on the name south. Where do I want to search? This area. This is the table array or lookup array. Comma. This is exact match. That's why I put the 0 and press enter. It's returned number 4. Clear? Okay. Now this match function return. What is return? Coordinates. Here, coordinates. If you select this data set, it's return a row number. If you select this data set, it's return a column number. Okay, good. Now how we are going to use this both together? Here, do you remember? Here I typed this 8 and 4 separately. Number 8, number 4 type separately. Now here I have a mechanism to pick the 8 and 4. There's a mechanism to pick the 8 and 4. Now I'm going to use both. Equal index array. This is the array. Comma. Okay. Then I want to return this number 8. Number 8 means I want to search the supplier Vodafone. If Vodafone found, need to pick the relevant row number and need to return here. So that's why I use a match function. Inside that I use match. Then what's the lookup value? This is the lookup value Vodafone, comma. Then table array. This is my table array, comma. This is exact match. That's why I type 0. Here I can return my row number. Put the comma. Then again I use a match function. Why? I want to return a column number also. Column number. This is my column value. This is the value I want to search. This might be lookup value. That's a lookup value. Comma. This is the array. Okay, lookup array. This is my lookup array. A1 to E1. Okay. Then put the comma and type 0 because I'm looking for exact match. Then type close bracket to close the match function. Then type again close bracket to close the index function. Then enter. You got the answer. See? Now see? Match this one, match this one. Here also I use that one. Yeah. This is match to return 1. But here index without match. Now A1 to A9. It's okay there. Okay, I show this all formulas to you, then you can understand it easily. Okay, look at now this one. This is my first index function. Index function A1 to E9 8 4. Now here what I had done, I don't know whether it's clear for you. Here instead of the E9 8 and 4 I use match function, because match function return the index. Because this match function return a number, row number and column number. Okay. Now see here Vodafone and South. No. Now here instead of the South, I type West. What is the answer? 66. But these are not changed. Why? Here the fix. Here I fix that one. When I type the West, it will not pick that coordinate of the West. Okay. But here pick automatically because I use a match function. 66. Is that correct? Vodafone. 6. Okay, 66. Okay. Here I type not the Vodafone. Here is a ABC station. ABC station. Station. It's not tell why. This is spelling mistake. I think we have to copy and paste. Okay. Okay. Speak the 300. Okay, that is index and match function, but a little bit complex. But when you practice this one, you can understand how it's work. Actually, index function return a result when you provide the coordinate. Match function return a coordinate when you give the value to match. That's the thing. But we use both together to get the result like this. Okay, now it's 5 o'clock. So before wrap up the thing, I think it's better to explain how we use this index function instead of the Vlookup function. Okay, now I want to move to my Vlookup table quickly. See here. Now I explain this one. It's very easy for you. Now so I'm going to delete this pay rate. I'm going to take that pay rate using a index function equal index. This is my data set. Okay, then put the comma. Here I want to get the row number because the row table of casual consists like that. Okay, I will get the row value because I want to match with the work type casual. So if I want to get the casual, I want to get the casual row number, then get the answer. This is column number 1. This is column number 2. This is row number 1. This is row number 2 like that. Okay. This one, then row number. Okay, actually you can do like this. You don't bother about the entire thing. You can select only this range because we are going to return a pay rate only. No, the comma match lookup value. Lookup value means this one. We are going to look at in this area. Then comma put the 0 to exact match. Then I close the bracket because there's no any row number. Okay. I press close bracket and enter. It's give the answer, no? 15.76, same answer. Okay. Now what I want to do is here I use L2 to L7. This one only. What is the return value? Because I didn't select the entire set. I want to return the result from this. But search here. But if you wish to, if I wish to copy it down for the next one, this table range should be fixed. And also this table range also should be fixed because the maker venas in the you have to keep the same pay rate table for the other records also. So to absolute this one, use a F4 function key. You also can use the F4 function key. Okay, when I copy it down, you can see same answer, no? Okay, now see if I answer the, if I do like this, I take this one, Control X and copy and paste here. What happened? Look at my pay rate in this table. I use the index and match. It's keep as it is, no? But here pay rate use a VLOOKUP, it's changed. Why? Do you remember the rule? Your work type should be the first one, pay rate should be the second. But here when you use the index function and match function, it's not depend on the place of the uh, work type and the pay rate. There's no order. You can keep the search value here or here. No problem. Before or after you can use a search value. It's okay. There's no problem. And also you can insert some new column in between these two. Insert, it is same. Nothing happened for the value. But if I change the casual figure, it's a 15 now. If I change as a 20, okay, it's applied. That's applied. But if you do the column changes, that will not applicable for the index function and the match function. That's why most of the people, they prefer to use the index and match instead of the VLOOKUP, because VLOOKUP we have some restriction. Okay, I think within 2 hours continuous I talk, and I hope this will be useful for you, but I'm not happy because I can't cover everything within 2 hours. I'm not happy with this 2-hour session, but actually we need more hours to cover up everything about the Excel essences, because there are a lot to learn. I'm also still learning some things, and you also lot to learn. Okay, I think thank you, Sajivini, for organizing this session and inviting me to as a resource person. I think that's all. Thank you all for participating.